Hey, Fiverr fam, this is Nazarek, and on the right you've got...
Yodi Jenks, how y'all doing tonight?
Doing well. Broke out the microphone finally so I can be legit here. What do you think?
Been waiting.
Well, it's been a week, hasn't it? We've had some changes. We've jumped and landed, and everybody's kind of hit their escape pods, and hopefully you've all landed someplace and have hit the ground running again.
I do hope and pray that our Raider family has done what needed to be done and found new homes respectively.
Alive and strive, that's what I'm hoping. Since then, it started in our guild that we're in right now, and still trying to break the ice, trying to get a feeling for everyone here. Been busy with real life stuff. Soccer's been crazy, and there's a long story on that, but just kind of starting the conversations and see some familiar faces and some new faces.
Yep, IRL always comes first though, and the fall on, you know, the group that we fell on, and it has been really open and communicative. It's been real nice. Not that anybody in the past wasn't. I want to make that very clear. These guys, I mean, we have definitely hit the ground running, and we're making important decisions, not necessarily for end game moves, which was what we were fighting with in the past. So we've had a good home and a good landing area.
Yeah. Things we've been doing already is doing some Rolo runs. That's been going.
Oh yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah. And then also broke out the Triumphant raid and actually doing that manually instead of simming it. So that's a throwback.
Not necessarily simming it. That was the first time I think it was you and I fighting for the top spot for a while.
Yeah. So did you end up taking it? Because I came in second.
Oh yeah, no, I took that.
All right.
I started throwing every relic character I had there. Like, no, Naz, you will not beat me. I will take this top spot.
So at one point, I'm just sitting there looking at him going, okay, I'm 5 million on him, and I've thrown pretty much everything. I'm looking at my Ewoks going, I don't know if I need to get that extra 50,000 or not. I'm sitting there going like this. Jawas, how you guys about feeling for making a run?
Yeah.
Didn't break that. I was like, okay, it's yours.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I got the nice little portrait thing, and I was like, man, normally I just sign into it, and the rest of the guild just takes it, and I'm like, I'll get the little thing at the end there. I'll get, my place 35 and whatever, and be happy. But
so how many did you beat me by?
Gear jump was amazing. What's that?
How many millions did you beat me by?
7.
Okay.
I got into the phase 2 and threw gas in the 501st at the phase 2. And if I had caught phase 2 sooner, it would have been even more points.
I ran through one pretty hard right off the bat, and I screwed it up because I wasn't paying attention, and I almost dropped out and redid it. But I was like, I'm so used to having people just carrying it afterwards that I didn't think much of it. And I saw that I was actually racking up some damage, and I was like, all right, well, let's just keep rolling with this and see where it goes, just for fun.
Right. It's gonna be a learning curve with a new group of people.
Yeah.
So to inform our Fiverr fam, we're gonna touch on this just briefly. Our Raiders fam had to make some changes, and we had to dissolve ourselves and move accordingly, and try to find new homes. And a bunch of us have ended up in a
association,
3 guild association, and kind of by happenstance. And Others we're still going to keep in touch with, and we're going to kind of go from there. And Naz and I are not in the end game bracket because we don't whale like the rest of them. I think Naz and I ended up in a really good spot, and we're going to see what happens.
Yeah. Currently, with that running on, I was on the mission to start going after Jedi and Master Luke, so a lot of the things that we were starting to chase, I was kind of out of the running anyway with the Relic 8 pieces with the sea pit, and I didn't have a squad for Cam, so I'm feeling pretty good right where I'm at, so I can go and finish my Galactic Legends run. I finished up, I'm going to call him 3 Chewie, because I got his 7-star.
3 Baka.
3 Baka, there we go. But I'm just about ready to finish up and go into the relic gear. I got 1 or 2 pieces left, and then it's just Mama. I got to finish her up. She's a long grind. I don't know what it is. The drop rates, they suck.
We're getting close. From what I recall, by timing, we are getting close. So 3 Baka and Mama soon, and I use that in quotations, could potentially become double drops here soon.
It's usually my luck. Once I get done a month later, then they go to doubles. But
well, hurry up and do Mon Mothma so I can get it both of those on double drops, so that when I start farming, they'll be on double drops.
But in the meantime, I scored a Relic 7 Vader and a Relic 7 Palpatine.
Can't go wrong there.
No.
I, luckily, by the graces of the RNG god, now have my first Galactic Legend with the Supreme Emperor. Thank you for the golf clap. Thank you. I have the Galactic Empire, but it's gonna take me a while to gear, stuck behind Carbantes and things like that.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. It's gonna be fun, that's for sure. The one thing that I have seen, I've got a lot of dark side, and I am ready for our new guild to do GOTB. Now, keep in mind, I need one Watt shard.
That's gotta be.
I am at 99 out of 100.
I think there was one run that I didn't go and get my Watt shard, so I'm sorry about that.
And I had one run 2 months ago that I didn't get my Watt shard, so it's okay.
One.
But you can believe that I will be petitioning the leadership of our new guild so hard for a GOTB run just once, because I need that one shard.
But come on, seeing 99 out of 100, that's just got to be a screenshot right there you can put on your phone. Every time you pick up your phone, you can take a look at that and just remember how much you love to play the game. Your silence
I'm trying to come up with words that are nice. I got you.
One shard short.
I got you. Yeah.
And good thing it only is a 1 day type of an event. You don't have to sit there and wait multiple days, even when they do run it.
It's 36 hours of tension when the Watt shard is up, and hoping and praying that we don't put a star on it and somebody can go back the next day and put more on it. I will promise you this, that if we do that run, my GOs will be modded out of their brains, and I will get my own shard and be happy with whatever anybody else gets.
Need to have a shirt that says just one for EOD.
Yeah, that's really what it is. It's like, just one for me, man. It's not like, it's like win one for the Gipper.
I could see a line of like hats and shirts for us, just one for EOD.
Yeah, that'd be great. I can You know what? That's a great idea. I got some people. We'll talk.
And if we don't get it on the next run, we should start up like a carrying bridge or something like that, just for you, just to get you through these emotional times.
I'm gonna need a support channel. It's gonna get ugly. I think the only thing uglier than how I'm gonna be is a prom dress on prom night.
And you guys out there know I didn't go to prom.
Well, you know, it's not about the beginning of prom, is how that prom dress looks. I'm talking about the end of the prom night when she's trying to put it back on. That's for you, Goofy. And we keep running and running and running. So, that said,
about the only
that's really where we're going on.
other things that I'm building on are my imp squad. So we got Veers and Stark into the relic range. Stark's at 5, Veers is at 4, Gideon's at 12, and he needs 4 pieces. But range is at the beginning.
6 on my Gid.
Range is still at
Still
the
need 6 on my Gid. My range, I got to get 12.
And Piat is in the, I think he's in star 5 realm or star 6 realm, one of the two. 5, I believe.
And that's a good one. He farms relatively smoothly, and along with that, you get resistance hero Poe.
Right. Huge double drop.
So that's all. Oh yeah, huge advantage there.
I'm gonna have to say that's probably
like,
the sexiest node in the game right now, because you get Piat, and then you also get resistance, and those go to 2 squads that are just huge.
I don't know, because given the current state of where we are now, doing the armor, you get the armor and you get bays, which is one of the harder farms for Rogue One. And I know that doesn't necessarily matter to a lot of people, but what you got to remember is here shortly, some of our Galactic Challenge stuff, we're going to need, you know, our GAC, we're going to need extra teams depending on where we're at. And having an extra, you know, Rogue One squad or something like that really kind of pays off.
Yeah, that's...
And now that we're back running Hoth with our new guild, I mean,
yeah,
having them at least gear 10 is going to be great.
Yeah, I see a lot of my characters that have been collecting dust that all of a sudden are surprised to see the daylight again.
Yeah, I know what that's like. So...
And then we also had Conquest.
You've been talking...
So that finished off.
Yeah, it was great.
I was able to unlock Razor Crest and add a pilot.
Perfect.
And I think I spent more time watching videos.
Beskar Trasto.
The tin pilot.
Yeah.
He's a
hunk of aluminum in the pilot seat.
About as nice as the shiny dice on the rear view.
Hey, don't knock the dice in the Falcon.
Honor to the dice.
At least I recognized what you were talking about.
But yeah, I have the ship. I have him out there. You can even see it in the B-roll that we have on the back there. Not right now, but...
And it looks great.
It looks nice. I just haven't gotten a feel for it. I've watched enough video, and I don't have the team I think that I need to run it yet. So seems like we need more of the bounty hunter.
A lot of bounty hunters.
Yeah.
And I don't know where your ship brackets are at, but my bounty hunters are all my pilots are gear 12, all my ships are 7, and they've got everything unlocked.
So what's the best fleet so far that you've heard for Razor Crest to be in?
All bounty hunters, and then it was under a Mace lead, I think is what Arnold ran, and it made Mace relevant. Because you want to use Tarkin for all your Imperials. You want to use the Malevolence and Grievous for your Seppies. And the one bounty hunter I'm going to take out of that is I always run IG 200 or 2000 in that one as a lead with the 2 droid characters. And then I put in the rest of the Geo squad. And then at the end, I add in Maul.
I'm looking at the bounty hunter ship. So you're saying Houndstooth, Slave 1, IG 2000, and Xanadu Blood with Razor Crest.
Take out your IG 2000.
Okay.
So it's your Houndstooth, your Xanadu, and then your Slave 1. with the Razor Crest, and then in that kind of a situation, you're kind of all just kind of hodgepodge.
Yeah.
So you want to add in like an additional tank, which would probably be your Sith Marauder, and then, you know, the Sith Assassin. Jesus, that's a mouthful. Pilot as well, because they all do really good damage when they're all up there in the relic, depending on where everybody's at.
So the Sith fighter, and then the B-28
Sith
extinction.
bomber. Yep, the extinction bomber.
And then you said Maul, so you're talking about the scimitar?
I use Maul when I'm using Grievous as the last spot on that, because he can stealth some of those other Geos that aren't tanking like Sunfac.
So yeah, that's one I'm still gonna have to play with right now, is to get that squad. And I've seen some videos where it was a really nice run with Razor Crest, and most of the pilots that I have for those ships, they're either at the 11 or 12 mark. I think I have most of everything with stars. Geos definitely have all 7 stars. But I don't know if I have. Let me take a look at the Sith again here. So no, I don't have the Sith fighter. Sith fighter's at 3. B-28 extinction, that's at 3. So I'd have to run that up to get that fleet rolling.
Yeah. And that's a tough one. Ships are the bane of a lot of people's existence, and we've touched on that before in other fibers, that they need to be doing double drops on ships because they've been out for so long.
Yeah, exactly. Those, if I started trying to roll with those, it's going to take me months to get either of those two, let alone both of those two, up and running. And at that point, I think I would be going after the finalizer and probably chasing after maybe Supreme Leader Kylo Ren before I would try to chase that down. Right,
and that's where I'm headed. Provided the guild's able to do it, all my get to is going to go towards the Malevolence, and then it's time to start doing teams because of GAC. So coming soon, the new GAC requirements are coming out. And depending on where you fall, you might need extra teams or less teams.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to finish relicking my Basties, which we talked about last week.
Mm-hmm.
I've got 3 of 5 slots for my imps, so I'm gonna do Gideon and Dark Trooper, Range, and Shore, because I'm gonna make complete teams out of those. So those make teams. Like, you want to make the team stronger, and I've got to do a Han because I've got everything else lined up in that Rebels lineup with CLS. So I'm trying to get as many teams as I can up to those relic levels.
Yeah, it never hurts to have a few more teams for territory wars either. I mean, you can never go wrong with having
definitely not
more for that. So there's like the Bounty Hunter squad. That's been one that I've been kind of lacking on. I mean, I have a good Bounty Hunter squad at face value, but you need to you can make 2 teams pretty easily out of that mess there. And I just don't have enough of them set already to make 2 teams.
Yeah, no, and it's all just, where do you want to apply the gear? Because at some point with all the older characters, we end up with the stun gun gear crunch, and it's very difficult to avoid that. Now, luckily, like, I'm doing a dark side farm for Supreme Emperor, so I'm doing a lot of, stun gun farm, so that kind of helps. But
stun gun farm, and then the Cairo stuff, the Cairo tech, when you start getting into the later areas. But some of the newer characters, they start out with Cairo gear 10
early.
Yeah, and it's just like when you run into that, you're like, what in the... Yeah, this is going to be a while.
And then you can't put finishers, and with that, you can't put finishers on some of your other characters. I mean, it's a crapshoot. So, all right, you said you didn't get much into the Bad Batch yet.
Haven't started that one up yet. I was trying to go through the Clone Wars and I haven't had a chance to pop any on. I'm hoping to do some more this weekend.
Okay, how far did you get in the Clone Wars? You're still
Viceroy.
with Viceroy getting away?
Right, and then the Anakin and Kenobi starting to run into Dooku.
Okay.
Which led
me to... It's a great spot to be.
Which kind of led me to believe, or made me start thinking, and this is really far-fetched, but we're talking about so we got the Galactic Legends for Anakin, and you said when are we going to get the next hint on Phase 2 for Anakin? Or not Anakin, but Kenobi?
Kenobi. 5 days from now.
5 days from now. Now here's wild...
It's May 14th currently when this is being recorded, and on the 19th they said we'd get Phase 2 of that.
So here's a wild
Kenobi.
Here's a wild theory, but...
Ooh, let me get my hat.
Yeah, tinfoil hat time. I gotta go get a picture or something. I'll go and put that right there.
Here. Bring it on.
But so I'm kind of thinking they're trying to show like a arch nemesis, and this is just a wild guess, but what if they did something like a galactic legend of Dooku, because he would be an arch nemesis too. And then you can start taking a look at some of the characters. Like, not everybody's gonna have Relic 7 Dooku.
No, but anybody going after Supreme Emperor has a Relic 6. So this, like, all right, so let's get deep into this tinfoil hat thing. You know, we talked about this, and it's either fallen Anakin slash Lord Vader, because he becomes Darth Vader when he gets the suit. Well, when he swears allegiance to Palpatine, he becomes Darth Vader. But I mean, so we're either going to get Yellow Eye Anakin or
Yellow Eye Anakin,
or we're going to get Metal Leg Small.
Pet Cemetery Anakin. Should we call him that? Yellow Eye Anakin.
Let's lead that up to the viewers.
All right, that would be the true PSA. Pet Cemetery. Oh no, PCA. Pet Cemetery Anakin.
PCA. Yeah, Pet Cemetery Anakin, or we get Metal Legs Maul, MLM. And I'm not talking about Spider Legs Maul. I'm talking about Metal Legs Maul after his psyche's been returned, and then because that forces us to have to do the Night Sisters, Savage, Gar Suxin, the Imperial, Mandalorian troop, which again are things that CG wants us to inflate in our roster.
Right. There's not too many people that have all the Night Sisters relics geared up and ready to roll. Probably have,
you're right,
a set of 5, and that was it.
Or 6 if they're using Ventress somewhere else.
Yeah, gotta keep watching, see if I can throw something else out there. But it's just how often that seemed like Dooku was making reference to Anakin, or not Anakin, but Kenobi. I was like, I could see that being a rivalry, but we have a lot of the characters that would be related to him farmed and ready to go. It'd be a really easy GL to finish.
Oh yeah, with I'm looking at the B-roll now, and it's the Grievous squad with all the droids. That was his thing. Like, he was the one that he caused Grievous to actually die in his physical form, so that he could be transplanted into the droid form. And Dooku was specifically told by Darth Sidious, to lose and continually press and test Anakin. Those are things that we have to think about. If we're going to do a Dooku, I don't think we're going to get another Dooku. I think it comes down to the other two. I think it comes down to MLM and the PSA or PCA.
Yeah, Metal Legs, if that brings in the Night Sisters, that would make more sense of right away having a huge farm to go after. Trying to think of anything else that would be a really ugly character that nobody would have farmed, and the only thing that's come to mind is like Cup or
Savage,
or Savage would make sense. Cup makes no sense.
Well, Cup makes sense if you want to go after Kenobi.
Yeah, hooray for that.
Or you're in the 69th precinct with AP Gaines. But looking at the characters we have, looking at what could be available, if we did PCA, you're looking at Newt Gunray, probably some Grievous, they might do a Padme on that.
Other characters I'm looking at are like that didn't seem to get any love so far. Is like Gar Saxon, Imperial,
and the Imperial Mandalorian character. Yeah, which those two lead me to Metal Legs Maul, because he deals directly with Gar Saxon.
One I was thinking is Ugnaught and also Lobot.
Okay, Lobot's in only Empire Strikes Back.
So if you wanted to go with that type of thing, if they don't actually go with someone that's directly opposing Kenobi, but I think it's along your lines. But if they wanted to go and say, let's do something like Return of the Jedi and go with someone like Jabba the Hutt, they could go with Gamorrean Guard and some of these other things like that.
I didn't even think of that. And I was surprised for the Jedi Knight Luke one that we didn't need Gamorrean Guard.
And that would be a hard one to get because you can only get it in the shop.
Yep.
I've done that also with the Sand People. I'm not even going to try to say his name. It's just a whole bunch of capital R's and then some other characters.
The Tuscans.
The I think I said it right.
Well played. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you missed a consonant there. There was another R in there somewhere.
I missed something.
Urs, I think, would be the only one prepared for that.
Yeah, I think I'm missing my dignity after that.
Just after that? I thought we lost that a long time ago.
Well, you know.
Along with some prom dresses.
So I could see some of that, but none of that seems to tie it together as well as like Metal Legs Maul or Anakin.
I mean, there's three characters that I'm aware of that have been asked for close to the inception of the game. A Revenge of the Sith Kenobi, a Fallen Anakin, and then a Metal Legs Maul. Because Metal Legs Maul is more powerful than Maul himself.
And you're forgetting the most important character of all, Galactic Legends Jar Jar Binks.
Misa Jar Jar Binks, come for comic relief. You suck on our payout for us. Yeah, that's a big swipe. That was a boss one for that. That's the best I got. Please don't ask me to do that again.
I don't think I asked you to do it the first time, but thanks anyway.
That was the second time, actually. That's the worst part, because I did it last week too. So, all right. So we've talked about that, and you're catching up on the Clone Wars. The Bad Batch has been amazing.
Bad Batch. Go on that. What can you say without giving anything away, really?
There's 3 episodes and there's characters, and it's been really good filming.
And do you need to watch everything else, or can you just pick that up and run with it?
You can just jump right into that.
Okay.
I mean, if you understand that they are Clone Force 99 and they are based off of the Clone Force 99 is based off of Clone 99, and spoiler for anybody, and this is more for you with a spoiler warning. Clone 99 was a defunct clone on Kamino who actually gave his life to assist the 501st when Grievous and Asajj, and you have gas, so this is not a spoiler.
Right. Okay.
So when Grievous and Asajj went to Kamino, 99 helped the 501st. Fives and Echo actually joined as ARC troopers to the 501st. So 99 was a defunct. He was one that they all picked on as like, oh, that's just 99. And then the Caminos made, I can't even think of how to pronounce that the proper way. It's the common, whatever. Y'all got it figured out. They came up with Clone Force 99. So we got Crosshair, Tech, Hunter, and Wrecker, who all got everything that was Jango, but then they enhanced certain aspects of Jango. So Crosshair is a better shooter. Hunter is a better tracker. Tech is, wait for it, he's really good with technology.
Nice. And Wrecker's a guidance counselor. No?
Okay. Wrecker likes to blow stuff up. He is
Okay. That makes more sense.
him and I get along great.
That's what you need.
It goes boom.
That's what you need to do is get yourself a shirt.
Well, unfortunately, now we're getting into the realm where I need to compete with Heinze, and I'm not trying to compete with Heinze on Rogue Actions. I'm just saying, fire in the hole. So these augmented clones, this group of 4, and now they've got Echo, which makes them a group of 5. And when you start Bad Batch, you're right at the end of the Clone Wars. You're right there when they call out Order 66, and then you see Caleb or Kanan Jarrus experience it as a Padawan. And it's a very heart-wrenching moment because you're watching it, and if you've watched through season 7, you see Ahsoka go through Order 66 with clones that she has fought with for 5-6 years. And then you see a very young Caleb, who changes his name to Kanan Jarrus, experience Order 66 and what they do to his master and her last words being run. And that's something you just can't take away. It's a very, oh my God, I'm actually watching this, and it's heart-wrenching, and it's painful, and it's emotional. And it was emotional watching, episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, and Cody's just like, it will be done, and then directs the fire onto Kenobi, or Plo Koon and Ki-Adi-Mundi and some of the others, and it's just, what did I just witness? But that's only like the first 5 minutes of Bad Batch. Then after that, we get not only just what happens with the clones, but we also get an outsider who's supposed to have the inhibitor chip perspective. And that gives you a lot of what some of the clones that didn't execute that order went through. And it talks about how things went on Kamino, and Tarkin got promoted, but he still is just dry and callous, and that's not good for the Empire. And he's a beautiful character. God, he's a beautiful character. Very well done. I applaud Dave Filoni for everything he does in the animated world, minus the Resistance stuff. That was just horrible. So
gotta catch up.
That kind of gets you where we are. That was a brief synopsis of like the first 5 minutes, maybe 10 of the first episode. Following this rogue group of troopers is actually a lot of fun. Makes me can't wait till they're farmable. More so because, my 501st is at 7, Relic. I want to see who they bring out for the 5th member of the Bad Batch, and I want to get them all to Relic 7.
Is there any question it's just not going to be Crosshair? It almost has to be, doesn't it? You
would think it would have to be Crosshair, but we really don't know yet, to be honest. Good soldiers follow orders, but this group of ragtag individuals might be the group that captures and does things. We don't know. And, it's going to be from now until August before we hit the season finale. And, there's a specific spot in the canon of Star Wars that there is, and I can't remember the exact year, but it's the Battle of Yavin, before the Battle of Yavin, and the Kamino cloners lead a rebellion of just clones who want to fight against the Empire, mainly for their position, and collective of the 501st is sent to squash it. And the 501st at that point is listed as Vader's Fist. So it's a tough one. These are great characters, and I hope that when I'm able to farm them and get them to 7 and Relict, I'm pretty sure they're going to make that cam mission so much easier. And we'll find out here shortly, because Arnold T101 has got them all at 7. He's going to do the cam mission with them, and we're going to see it.
So is he pretty happy with Bad Batch crew so far? Or has
Oh
he
my
kinda-
God, everybody, all the YouTubers that have wailed on the Bad Batch, they've got them all listed as a top 10 team, and it's gorgeous. Just as the four of them, it with a floating fifth. It'll be great to see what happens. So let me ask. I know I challenged you in the past for 2 episodes.
Mhm.
Do you think that you can get through 4 or 5 for season 1 to this week?
Yeah, I should be able to finish off season 1. How many episodes are in a season?
It varies. In the early ones, there were 22. In the ladders, 5, 6, 7, there were 13.
Okay, I'm taking back the season 1, but I'll try to get through 4 or 5 because I think I haven't hit the double digits yet.
Okay. Do you think somewhere in there you can at least get in 1 episode of Bad Batch?
Give it a shot here.
All right, I'm going to warn you. The first episode of Bad Batch is 70 minutes.
It's not a bad thing. If it's good TV, it's good TV.
No, it's really good TV. God, it's really good TV. Best food fight ever.
Better than Animal House?
Well, I mean, I'm a zit is a beautiful thing, but watching a young person throw the first one and then the table full of adults backing it up and the fist fight that goes with it. I'm sorry that I spoiled that, but it is. I'm gonna go watch it tonight, and that's all it is to it.
Well, I think we've gotten through 5 minutes here. What do you think?
We'll have a conquest coming up.
Mhm.
We got Kenobi stuff coming up.
Conquest is going to have a Ahsoka on this. Your Snips, right?
Got to get the Commander Snips. So we'll get Commander Snips in this one. Max Banners on this conquest, and 2 others should unlock her. Razor Crest should still be available in the Wandering, give or take. And then the Kenobi stuff I already mentioned. And then, Jesus, go have fun.
So now that you touched on something here, I gotta talk about it though. If they've taken out the Razor Crest out of the boxes, are they taking them out of the boxes? Are they only in Wandering now?
No, limited in the boxes.
Okay.
In the boxes
Okay.
is what I do recall.
Okay. Because I was gonna say,
But will be still available in the Wandering along with the Commander, Tano.
Tano's taking the driver's
So-
seat, so Snips will have the lines portion of the shards. Crest a little less,
Yes.
but more into the Wandering, and then also in the shop. So the reason why I was getting at that is I might start hoarding the credits that you get during there instead of spending them on goofy things
Early.
for trying to get my art, like Relic 7 stuff.
Yeah, no, and I'm with you. So I just unlocked the hard for this one because it is Commander Tano.
Right.
And I will be hoarding all of my conquest credit until level 5 so that I can, if she's available there, dump it in that. But from what I understand, max feats for 3 runs of hard node unlocks her, and she is a 330 unlock.
3 runs, it gets you 330.
This time, yes.
Oh wow. Okay. That's a lot of
Max
shards.
max banners, max crates gets you 330.
Well, I'm looking
So
forward
I
to
mean,
that.
they know something because we're in May, the end of May, the end of June, the end of July, and then we've got August. It should be a complete unlock, and we should know what's going on with the Bad Batch in August.
And also Galactic Legends Kenobi at that point, because when do they want to throw that out there? Because Ahsoka's
So we got round 1 already. Round 2 was on May 19th. Round 3 is in June. So we'll know in June where we all stand.
because they're going to want to have, I'm assuming Snips is going to be part of the unlock for Kenobi.
See, I think Snips might be Fallen Anakin stuff.
Okay.
Either Snips or Fulcrum.
Okay. Because
in Rebels, Snips fights Vader, younger Vader. The Vader we have in game, the way I look at that's the end of Rogue One through Episode 6. The earlier version of Vader still had some Jedi quality to him, but was still drawn back. And in Rebels, Vader and Ahsoka fight.
well, the reason why I was doing that is if I thought that was going to be, they have to have the ability to have Snips unlocked if they want whales to be able to go and buy stuff and unlock, because all that would be in the shop if you don't have the ability to unlock her without going through the
Oh
convo.
God, I agree completely.
That would be a complete face plant.
And would you relic your Magna Guard? I mean, God, man.
I don't know. I'm using Magna Guard on my droid squad there, so depends on how much you love GG as a team.
They're a good defensive team, can pull some banners, but everybody's got to be a relic. And I actually use the T3M4 in lieu of the Droideka.
Only ran with Droideka just because of the punch that Droideka gives off, and then the shield.
Oh, it's a beautiful thing. That's why I put it with Newt.
That makes sense. I need to run up. I gotta get Newt up higher. Have 7 stars, but down too low in gear.
Well, you'll get there. So, what do you think, Naz? You think we've hit all the points we wanted tonight?
I think we hit the tinfoil hat moment and continue straight on through. 3rd star to the right, straight on till morning.
All right, Peter Pan. It's the 2nd star to the right.
Is it 3rd star or 2nd star?
2nd star. I'll bet you a shot over it. A shot on camera.
A shot on camera. Let me take a look here. Need Jeopardy music.
2nd star to the right. Well, I mean, it wants to show us a whole new world or something.
2nd star to the right.
Sounds like next week you got to do a shot on cam.
It does sound like that. All right, bourbon or whiskey?
Oh, dealer's choice. You're pouring. You take your choice.
All right. With that being said,
COD Jank, keep your powder dry.
take care, Fiverr fam.